Welcome back to Cafe Honesty. As promised, we have the amazing Chanel Flowers here with us again today. And of course, I'm Ebony Williams. You can follow me here at Ebony On Air.
I'm Alicia. You can follow me at Aussie Royalty.
And yes, if you are listening to us, if you didn't know, we are on video now. We're on YouTube. So follow us on Instagram at Cafe Honesty so you can get the direct link and you can see our beautiful faces. So in the last episode, we kind of chopped some misconceptions of tarot readings. And right now, Chanel's going to actually pull just one card for each of us, and we're going to talk about ego and consciousness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Sip my tea. Get your tea. Your alcoholic tea, your just plain water tea, your spicy
Wine tea.
Yes, your wine tea. Get your tea.
Oh, not your alcoholic tea. Oh, that's
You know what
clearly
we
for
have.
you.
Oh, shoot.
This is very interesting because we had Arrow come out earlier and now Broken Arrow's coming out. And it says, embrace the energy of peace. And we'll read a little bit of that. Okay.
The cards for me always just fall out.
They fly. Stop playing.
Yeah,
they fly.
My ancestors be like, tell
Her
me.
ancestors, they be ready to talk. They be ready. Like, you've been blacking me out. They're fiending for a little attention.
They beating my ass. Okay, go ahead.
Be brave and honest the night.
Oh.
And I'm feeling the Fire Guardian back of the deck energy for me. Ignite your passions. Beautiful.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read a little bit of each so that we can you can hear what, I'm not going to interpret the cards, basically. I want people to hear what these books are saying. So you're like, oh, they're not cursing me or anything. It's literally like reading a Bible. You're understanding of consciousness and ego.
Perfect.
That's really what it is. So the Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace.
Some people might be like, oh my God, I'm broken. This is because one girl at Walmart that day. Like, stop.
Yeah, don't let your mind run. Just clear your mind, read what this says, and then use your intuition. So I'm going to read a little bit, and then you tell me how this applies to your life.
Okay.
Cool. So this says, let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Just as the arrow symbolizes defense and protection, the broken arrow symbolizes peace. In Native American traditions, a broken arrow would mean that tribes were no longer fighting one another, but were making alliances. When you see a broken arrow in a meditation, vision, dream, or a reading, it is a message that you no longer need to fight because peace has arrived. This is a powerful symbol of harmony, serenity, and community. That ain't the devil.
Oh my God. I was telling Alicia this on our hike. I was like, I love getting readings from Chanel when she has no idea what's going on because what she says hits. Remember me telling you how Ash and I, my girlfriend and I, when we started to get to this point to where when we would try to talk to each other, we would just be defensive.
Yeah.
And it would be like, we were listening just to respond instead of to understand. And we would just be going at it. But it's been very peaceful because we both have decided to stop doing that and stop being so defensive and to just let these guards down. It's like, okay, we're going on 2 years now. We've been going after each other for 3. So obviously we're here together for a reason. So let's stop trying to be such a pain in the ass. Just let love in, basically. Let love in.
You pulled the words out of my heart.
Yeah.
I said let love in, and then you said let love in.
Yes. And freaking.
It's very important, especially for the Black, Brown, Indigenous community, to continue to soften your heart to new people, experiences, to old people and experiences. The more you soften, the more you become consciousness or awareness. We're not going to go into that yet.
No, because you
Girl,
I felt this energy shift. She gonna send me a voice note. She gonna send me a voice note. It'll be a 20-minute voice note. I'm gonna get after this.
and brave, the knight. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easy option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you. Whether you are male or female, that energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong. But if you look closely, you will see a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects.
Wow.
Oh, especially because
Oh my
you
god.
actually did share a little bit with me before we went on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm stepping into some things, and I've gone into really, I've started to study the Bible and get deeper into my faith. So that's, coming here as well was like me trying to mesh things together and figure out what's what and what's true and what's real. So that was really, this is really special.
Oh my god, it makes me emotional
Yeah.
for you because I know what you're going through, and it's like to see you standing up for yourself a lot. I'm just like,
Yeah.
she's a fucking shit. Like, and it's just coming out of her like in every angle.
Yeah.
So I'm just so proud of you, and I'm just like, oh my god, that card.
I know. We over here. We out here.
We out here. What are you, a fire guardian?
Yeah.
How come you got wings?
Wow.
I want wings.
And the triangle. That's very symbolic for me. The fire guardian. Okay. What does she say? Connect with your desires. The spark could lead to something beautiful. The fire guardian represents the angel of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. This is for all of us to hear. Please listen up. Because my messages, whenever I do readings for people, I don't do readings for people just for anybody. Spirit only brings me people who are going through something reflective of what I'm experiencing. It might look different, but it's the same thing. So listen up. The fire guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but should not be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Your pain is beautiful. That's what I just said. Your pain is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a sign.
Yeah.
Allow the fire guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires.
She just got real high.
Oh my God!
She said, burn it down.
I will be a minister in the house, okay? When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit.
Let it burn, baby. Let that
burn
shit
away.
burn. And I'm excited that we did this because when we about to talk into when she starts praying. See, I feel whenever we're so soul tied that whenever she starts praying, like it just immediately grabs my heart, and I just feel very warm. And I'm like, oh, she just okay. We're about to get into ego and consciousness, which I kind of understand. Alicia, do you kind of understand?
Yes, that kind of.
Okay, so I was kind of iffy about it, which is great. Until Chanel just called on some ancestors here to kind of break it, break it down for us. Ooh.
Clearly.
Okay, so ego and consciousness. So what's going on with these guys?
So ego. Ego is a really good thing when it's checked. A checked ego. An unchecked ego will have you looking crazy. Have you looking crazy. An unchecked ego will have you sitting on the side of the road with no gas.
That part.
An unchecked ego will have you in an argument between two friends.
Yeah.
Just trying to be seen.
Ooh.
Trying to be seen.
Ooh.
Trying to be seen.
Ooh.
See yourself. See you. My belief, I'm going to start with this. My belief is that everybody is a mirrored image of me. I believe that everyone is like a part of my subconscious, to be my coach, my teacher, my guide. It took me a while to get there. This did not happen overnight. I said did not. Okay, because that's how hard it was. Okay.
The Spirit said, make it real. We've been talking to you. It was not easy.
Yeah, it was not easy.
Yeah.
But we've got to this place. I've gotten to this place where I totally understand that everybody is just myself, and I will treat everyone as such, even the worst of the worst. Yes, I know. But the sooner I accept that dirty, ugly, hurtful, hateful part of myself, the sooner I love and embrace the bully. You can't bully the bully and expect for the bully to be nice.
That part.
You have to love him. So that's the place I am before I even talk about ego and consciousness. Ego and consciousness, I don't know if we'll ever, have a perfect balance all the time. And that's where we separate that and just be proud of ourselves always.
Yeah.
And love ourselves always, on the good days and the bad. On the days that you don't work out and diet, and that's a whole nother thing. Do all the things, perfection, all that stuff. The easier that it'll be to understand like what's going on around us.
Yeah.
So the ego. My therapist explained it as like, and I'm just gonna say it her way and then I'll kind of break down mine. My therapist explained it simply like the ego is Chanel. Okay, Chanel has a name, Chanel has a boyfriend and whatever. Chanel got stuff, and then consciousness is your spirit. Consciousness is who you truly. Consciousness is who you are forever.
Yeah.
But right here in this human experience, I'm Chanel. I'm ego. Okay, so we are ego.
Yeah.
It's okay. Accept that we are ego. Accept that we are human. Accept that we are spirit. Accept both. Boom. Ego, human, spirit, consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay, we are both. The balance, the scales. Okay. I also sometimes like to see it for people who are a little bit more deep into spirituality is our inner child, which would be our past self, and then our highest self, which would be our future self.
Yeah.
And that is the alignment. Okay. We're here. Boom.
Yeah.
So that's like simplifying ego and consciousness. You know me, I'm gonna take it.
You gonna go.
I'm gonna go. But simply that is.
What do you think? Because we have like so many battles, and I feel like we're always constantly kind of headbutting, not just other people, but most importantly ourselves. Is that the battle between our ego and consciousness? Like, is our inner spirit really trying to just talk some sense into us? But because we are who we are, we don't want to hear that.
It's only the ego. Consciousness doesn't do anything. Consciousness is awareness. What is awareness? Just this is awareness.
Yeah.
Being aware is awareness. That is consciousness. Consciousness is awareness.
Yeah.
Consciousness is being aware.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not a feeling tied to, that's not a want, that's not a need, that's an awareness.
Yeah.
So the ego wants, I want it to be this way. So it's a battle between your ego and your ego.
Between your ego and ego. It's between you and you.
So meditate. I'm telling you, and you know what? Guess what? I'm not gonna push sitting cross-legged.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna push that. A lot of us, and I'm gonna continue to say this, a lot of us people of color have anxiety. Okay, we can't sit still.
Yeah.
So shaking meditations, where and it's basically dancing.
Yeah.
Our ancestors did all of this. That is trauma release. That is trauma release. Release from your womb. We have a lot of trauma in our, what I like to call yoni, or our sexual organs. We have a lot of trauma there. And doing shaking or dancing, if you dance every single day for 30 days, I challenge all of us to dance every day for 30 days and see how your nervous system changes, see how your anxiety shifts. Like when people piss me off, I laugh. I'm like,
And she'd be like, that explains it. One time when we was at the club, somebody did something, we were at a club. We were outside. You was like, we gotta go. I was like, what is she?
Because I'm not about to let him switch my spirit up. I'm
like,
calling on the name of the divine because got me fucked up. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, dance it, shake it off because we deserve to be in that high vibrational energy.
So dance for 30 days. You know what? Dance for 30 days, but also after this, I actually want you to dance and just tell us how you feel after that.
Yeah.
So at cafeodyssey@gmail.com, let us know how you feel. Like, I'm gonna dance for 30 days. I do it anyway, but now I'm gonna do it consciously.
Even if you like, okay, so what I did for, I want to say it was a week or 2 weeks, and it wasn't because I like, you know, I heard something or learned something. I just was waking up every morning and I like was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? And like plan out my whole day, and I was tired of that shit. I was like, I just wake up and be like, bitch, you know, just turn some music on. You're happy.
Yeah.
You know, you're happy.
Yeah.
And your happiness will move you into what you should be doing next. What you will be doing next.
I love you. I just love her so much. I'm so excited for the rest of the series. We have 4 lined up, but who knows what might happen. And after this, we're actually going to get a reading, and you guys, if Felicia's down, she's going to also get a reading.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like I don't want to speak, you know, for her. She doesn't want one. But, and you will be. I will definitely share mine with you. To kind of
show you that it's not just white people shit.
That part, you're not gonna die.
You're not gonna die.
You're not
Okay.
possessed.
Can we even talk about it a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
she helped me start my business. Like, we had Friendsgiving. Mind you, I had 1 deck of cards. I received my deck of cards in 2015 by one of my white friends. And mind you, I didn't just get a deck of cards because I would have been like, you know, she brought them out when we were all hanging out months before, and I was real sketched out or whatever, but I know her and I know she's like an angel. I'm like, oh, she's such a beautiful human being. Like, she's just such a hippie and she's so open. I remember one time she asked me, why do you see color? White girl, mind you. Why do you see color? And I explained to her, okay?
Yeah.
I explained to her everything. A couple months later, I saw her, and when I tell you she was like one of the administrators of Black Lives Matter, and not like one of the, but she just like was like, oh, okay, I've lived in a hippie world, because you know, her dad is like a hippie, her mom's like religious, whatever, they're from Utah, you know, she just didn't know. And as soon as I spoke on, she started doing research, and that's what type of white people I want in my life. If you ain't that type of white person, then you're not in my life.
Yeah.
Period. But I'm sorry, I always lose track. I do that. I'm sorry.
We're talking about just how you say, can we speak on that for a minute, and then you hit something else. I don't know what you was about to speak on. If you know anything about
no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Ebony,
why you got
once
into
again,
this?
Ebony.
Yeah.
We all did that.
I was like, oh wait.
I called on Spirit. I said, come on, help me out. Help a sister out. So, I only had 1 deck of cards. That was my point of that whole story. I only had 1 deck of cards.
Friendsgiving.
And we had Friendsgiving. And you and Ashley saw my deck of cards. I don't remember if it was you or her.
Me. Yeah.
So Ebony saw the cards and she was like, okay, Chanel, I'm going to keep it real. I would never get a tarot reading. I would never. But I know you and I love you and I trust you. So you did this for me? And I did. And I ended up giving like almost everybody at Friendsgiving a reading. The energy was crazy strong. I mean, we were laughing, crying, singing, dancing.
You made Ashley cry.
I know, and she doesn't cry.
You made my hardcore girlfriend cry. Who doesn't show any emotion.
Oh, it was so gushy. Couldn't nobody hide. Ooh. You can run, but you can't hide, baby. Because God is knocking on your door. Knock, knock. I've been here.
She said, did you tell Chanel? I didn't tell her nothing. That's the best part. Chanel doesn't know anything.
I never
she
do.
will read you.
And that's the tricky part about reading sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, now it isn't because I'm like, okay, talk to me. You know what I mean? So I can fill in the dots. But when I first started, at the end, I'd be like, so what's the tea, sis? Because I've given you this outline and you're like shook, but I don't know what's really I don't know the details.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I gave everybody a reading on Friendsgiving and they were like, channel. And it dawned on me, you know, my name is Chanel and it's spelled like the perfume.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people say channel. And I used to get so mad, and then I realized, oh, I'm a channel. Like, I'm literally a channel for the divine. Like, people have been telling me my whole life, and I've been dismissing it because I've had a hurt heart. But I opened my heart and I realized, oh, they've been talking to me all along.
Channel Chanel.
.com.
Oh my God. If you're still a little confused on ego and consciousness, that is perfectly okay. Send us an email. We'll send it to Chanel at cafehonesty@gmail.com. Oh, I just love this. I'm Ebony Williams. You can follow me here at Ebony On Air.
Alicia, you can follow me at Aussie Royalty.
And Channel Chanel. You can get her at channelchanel.com.
Yes, ma'am.